it's Talya. I just got back from the grocery store and I wanted to kind of go through and show you guys how my husband and I are able to shop on a budget, try to eat healthy, and not buy in bulk like with couponing and things like that, because we live in an RV full time with our kids and we don't have the space and the room for it. So it can be a little bit tricky. And one of the main things in our budget that we've really been able to save money on and kind of perfect as an art is the art of grocery shopping healthy on a dime. And so there's a few tips and tricks that we've learned that I wanted to share with you today. Everything here that is on this table I got for well under $100. It was like in the $80 range. And as I started to make a few changes here and there, I found it's actually been easy for me to stay under $100. Okay, so the few tips and tricks that I've learned is, first off, grocery stores, oddly enough, I didn't know this before, will specialize in something. Like, we have really cheap dairy, or we have really cheap meat, or we have really cheap produce. So I've learned to find out which grocery stores specialize in which areas, and I never ever do my shopping just in one store for that week. In the mail every week, I receive huge advertisements for what items grocery stores have for sale that particular week. And so it's really nice. So I can actually plan my shopping the week before I go and actually do my shopping, which is really, really great. So hitting those grocery stores that not only specialize in something and then hitting it when they also are having a sale is how I've learned to just absolutely steal things. For example, this week I was able to get 5 avocados for $1. So I bought like 20. So every dish that I'm going to serve pretty much this week is going to have avocados in it. And lucky for me, my kids and I love it, and it's healthy for you. And so we are just living it up on avocados. And when I'm shopping and buying produce, I'm trying to find a mixture of things that are ripe right now and that aren't right now. Like this avocado is pretty firm. It's not going to be ripe for a couple days. This one is soft and ready to go today. I did the same thing with my bananas, for example. I bought a bunch of bananas that are ready to go like now and in the next few days, but then these are super green. So these will be good at the end of the week, and these we're going to eat at the beginning of the week. When produce is sold in a main big market, there are different grades and qualities. There's like the A produce, the B produce, and the C produce. Now, stores that sell A produce that tend to be like, Vons, Ralph's, I don't know what chains you guys have near you, Costco, things like that, they tend to be more expensive even if it's in bulk, because they're just perfect and they're the cream of the crop. Now, the stores that sell like the B produce tend to be so cheap, and they're not selling you bad, gross produce. They're just selling you the produce that isn't as symmetrical, isn't as pretty, has scrapes and dings on it, and looks a little bit more natural and organic. So that's where I do all my produce shopping. I have found that when you buy loose items that aren't pre-packaged, you end up saving more money. Like I got bean sprouts for literally pennies because it didn't come in a package. I just had to scoop it up myself. Big whoop, I have to wash it, no big deal. So as you can tell, I didn't buy a whole lot of packaged foods and goods. I tend to make things myself. Also, even though I do have a lot of healthy options here, I'm not completely healthy because I am a busy mom. So sometimes life just calls for a little bit of chicken nuggets. So I do buy these things that allow me to not have to eat out, because I know I can just make a quick full and filling meal for my kids. So chicken nuggets with carrots and apples every once in a while is not going to kill them. So I try to make sure to make things easy on me as well. Now, the prepackaged goods end up being more expensive, so again, I really limit that. I also don't have, as you can see, many desserts or chips or snacks or things like that. So it really helps also cut down the cost, and I'm not, because it's not available and it's just sitting there, I'm not stuffing my face and snacking on it. So I find if I don't have it in the house, I'm not going to be eating it. So it's good on the budget and good on the waistline. So even though it's tempting to buy the Cheez-Its and the chips, I save those for rare occasions, and I don't just buy them every week. So when I'm going into my grocery shopping mode, what I do is I have either a written list or a mental list of the meal plans that I would like to make for that week. However, I also make sure that I'm flexible in my meal plan. So when I go to the grocery store, if one of the meals that I was planning on making that week if some of the main ingredients are kind of expensive, then I'm going to go ahead and throw that meal out the window and replace it with something else that is on sale that week. So that flexibility really helps in making sure that I'm getting a primo option. I'm not like, I have to make lasagna this week. But the meal plan also really helps keep the budget down, because you're not just going to be buying excess and, oh, I think I might need this and I think I might need this, because if you have in mind, okay, I'm going to need this, I'm going to buy a bag of carrots and I'm going to be able to use it in 4 of the 5 main dishes that I'm making for dinner this week. So all that said, however, the main reason I'm able to save so much money and we're able to eat like kings for a week on less than $100 is because I've just learned to make things myself from not quite scratch all the time. But as you can see, I have pasta here. However, I don't have any pasta sauces because I have a whole bag of tomatoes, and I also have garlic, and I also have basil. So I'm going to go ahead and make that pasta sauce myself. It's not only going to be tasting better than the can, it's going to be better for you, and it's going to be so much cheaper. Now, another tip is when I'm doing my grocery shopping for the week, I try never to spend the whole $100 my first day of grocery shopping. Because regardless of how careful I think I am and how, forward thinking I am in what I need to buy, I always end up having to go out and get a couple ingredients throughout the week. So I try very hard, like I did today, to spend about $80, so I have $20 left over to buy those little goods and things that I need throughout the week. And if I end up not needing to go and to supplement my buy with any staple goods, then I have $20 left over that I can use for the following week if we're going to be having company and I need to buy more food than I normally would. Or you can go buy your snacks and your sweets and your treats and things like that. Anyway, all this looking at food is making me incredibly hungry, and I think my kids are hungry, and so is my husband that I kicked outside so I could do this video. So I'm going to go ahead and start making some food. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope to help give you some ideas and inspiration in your shopping on a budget and cooking on a budget. And if you have any tips or tricks that you've learned, please share in the comments, or anything else you'd like to add. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you later. Don't know why I'm talking like this. Bye.